My name is Wayne Hutchison. I am the Assistant Dean for MBA Programs at the Broad College of Business, Michigan State University. I think what faculty and staff wanted to do with this degree was to create an opportunity to reach students that we knew we wouldn't be able to engage in residence, but with the same dynamic content of our in-residence offerings. And so the Professional Online MBA takes the best of what we're doing in the classroom and provides it in a digitized package for our students to be able to interface with wherever they are in the world. We operate largely in a group-based teamwork environment. And so we are keeping that same construct throughout the framework of our 8-week classes in the online MBA program. So students will have the connectivity of having a group of peers, if you will, from a diverse set of life skills to be able to learn with in small project-based groups. There will also be opportunities for students to be able to do things on their own, of course. But that is the framework of what we've been able to successfully do in all our in-residence programs at Broad. The foundations are truly team-based because we believe that that type of an experiential learning framework is the best opportunity for not only individual growth, but growth amongst colleagues. Then we apply that into each specific context and theme within the curriculum. Because in accounting, one might have a group project that's mildly different than what's happening in supply chain or entrepreneurship. And so we take that model and we adapt it to the context of the curriculum that we're offering the students in that particular course. Any professional that's looking to make a difference in their own organization or in moving to a different organization or perhaps even a different work background in life can benefit from this program because the foundation is grounded in executive leadership style and skills, but also with a number of tactical skills-based pieces inserted into the program. When we talk about things like artificial intelligence, when we talk about things like critical thinking, design thinking, ideation, etc., there is a skill set and a cadence to that we can actively teach students in an environment like this. And so in all those potential avenues, a student can benefit from this program, whether you work for a not-for-profit, whether you lead a not-for-profit, whether you're a mid-level manager in a Fortune 100 company, or you're a sole proprietor, whether you're a military officer. Frankly, there's utility in any organization where you're working with a dynamic group of professionals to be able to take value from this degree experience. The self-paced nature of this program means that the first thing we're trying to do is put a student in a position to only take on the curriculum they can do at that particular time. So whether that's 2 classes or 3 classes or a different construct that would meet your needs, we want to make sure that we're student-centered first to be able to meet that learner where they're at. The biggest difference between that and our in-residence programs is we operate very much more in a larger group-based cohort model where students are taking the same sect of classes in each successive semester. There is opportunity for some elective freedom, but there's sort of a thread weaved throughout the program where all the classes follow a particular path. And in the online experience, we really want to give more choice to that and more balance to that. So if a student's needs change, we're able to support that through the inclusion of perhaps graduate certificates or dynamic new coursework that might be flexible to meet their needs. We also have the opportunity to perhaps bring courses in from other programs, sibling programs at the Broad College that online students are uniquely positioned to connect to in ways that our in-residence students maybe just don't have the time or the space in their current curriculum to do. The decision to come back to school at the master's level is certainly the most introspective decisions a person can make in their professional life because you're investing so much into this opportunity where you can see some benefits, but perhaps some of the benefits may manifest later on down the road. And yes, I've read the trades as others have and seen the questions about the viability of this degree. The reason I believe the MBA is still viable and vibrant, and not only that, but this digital version is going to be a value add for the student, is because The professional environment is changing literally nanosecond by nanosecond. And we need to skill up as professionals, regardless of our industry, as quickly and efficiently as possible. And I think higher education is uniquely positioned to understand that need and offer opportunities for students to be able to do that, not only quickly, but at scale, because we're in the business of professional development. And so I think that this degree can evolve and change to meet today's moment, because respectfully, I think over the last 20 years, it has. 20 years ago, the full-time MBA, or most MBA programs for that matter, were degree experiences that had a foundation in management for mid-level professionals. That's what the degree did. What is the degree today? The degree today is a dynamic, skills-based incubator where a student can come in with a particular set of life skills and learn a whole host of things they hadn't even considered to apply to a future professional opportunity. And those are tactical, hard skills in data visualization, in a number of different things. So we've already met that moment. And I think the way we meet this moment is in two key areas: looking at opportunities for students to do more experiential project-based work, and also really sort of immersing AI tools and skills into the curriculum so students can then apply those things in their professional experiences as early as tomorrow. So I think that's how the MBA will meet the moment, not only today, but going forward. I believe that, like learning any language, we need to start with foundational competencies. And what AI does, it provides a set of tools that students can use to apply in context. Now, we might, of course, think just about limited language or large language models like ChatGPT and et cetera. But the more we look, the more AI tools we'll find. And you'd be amazed at how many different tools can impact your educational environment. Now, I understand that there are some concerns about how much AI work impacts the student learning experience. And those are valid concerns. My response to that is, we seek to use AI as a tool analogous to any other tool in the learning experience, be it a textbook, a calculator, what have you, to be able to enhance the student's capacity to not only learn, but demonstrate learning. So what you can see from our program is that AI tools will be used as partners and colleagues, but not as the sole autonomous agent within a class. And our goal is to give enough experience to a student where they can go to a postgraduate environment and then be able to understand AI tools in the moment and be able to apply them because they have some foundational knowledge. Michigan is a wonderful state. I've lived in Michigan for about a third of my life. And I think that if you travel the state, you'll see so many different industries and businesses that can be run by one person or several thousand people. And I think digital education gives us the opportunity to connect all these communities with shared meaning through what the coursework can do. So the reason why I think this degree is right-sized in the right time for our economy is Michigan, like many states, is really asking itself, not only what is it good at today, but what can it do tomorrow? And Michigan State wants to be the university for the state of Michigan to be able to help create talent accelerators within the state. The way the MBA program can help with that is by taking the things that we do, our institutional competencies in supply chain and in marketing and in finance, and putting those in small packages in the right context at the right time for students that can use them in their businesses today and tomorrow. And Michigan's economy is changing too. And I think this program can help our students see how they can be part of those changes down the road, because the degree experience is long enough for a student to try a few things on and see what works and ultimately come to something that will benefit them, because any graduate experience, we want to have return on investment, not just the day after graduation, but several years after that. But we're really excited to be able to offer this educational experience to our colleagues across the state who may not have access to Michigan State otherwise. I believe, and our team believes, that the centerpiece of any educational program is the student experience. And of course, the challenge in being able to create a digital environment that serves every student is, of course, slightly different than the in-residence experience. What I would offer is a co-curricular experience when classes end that keeps students connected. For example, we have 14 different student organizations that are broken down by professional interest. There are some social pieces, there are some affinity group pieces, and what we're trying to do is collect and connect people based on things that they have in common. So for example, a lot of military veterans and student veterans enjoy taking online programs. And speaking as a military veteran myself, we have a common shorthand when we see each other. And being in a group with other veterans is a very comforting thing. And I would imagine that that's true of many walks of life. And so being able to offer not just that connectivity, but dedicated programming for these groups to be able to enrich and enlighten them is something that we take very strongly. So whereas you might have 100 in residence events on campus, in a particular year or semester, what we're trying to do is aggregate a portion of that programming that makes sense in the online space. So if it's a distinguished speaker, let's make that available to every program. If there is some dynamic new project opportunity, let's create an avenue for our online students to engage. Albeit in a different time zone, but they can still engage. And then additionally, as the program continues to grow, it is top of mind to try to find opportunities to bring students to campus. It's definitely something we're interested in. And I think having a sense of what our applicant pool and our student pool will look like will help us answer those questions more definitively. But rest assured, the class piece of this is really important. I believe the co-curricular piece is as important. And I haven't even mentioned, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our esteemed career management colleagues who are professional development 24/7 and want to ensure that every one of our students has the professional development educational resources to succeed too. So you couple that with all the mentorship and apprenticeship pieces that you can get from the student experience. So in summary, I envision a dynamic MBA environment where online students, executive students in residence, executive hybrid students, and full-time students all are incorporating the same things into their degree experience. I think the biggest opportunity that we provide is really access to the specialties and curriculum that we're not only most proud of, but are very strong nationally. I think our supply chain background is obviously top of mind when it comes to that. I think that our opportunity to create learning teams of students across the country in dynamic environments is also something that we're very proud of. And I think having access to what makes a Spartan in Michigan State is really a best kept secret amongst any state university, because Michigan State is a state university, make no mistake about that, but it has a national presence. And I think what makes us unique in entering this space is being able to offer those opportunities at scale to people that wouldn't otherwise access them. And as the degree program continues to grow, I'm excited about the chance to offer more curriculum in these spaces. We just want to see what the demand is in those spaces to be able to bring it to you, because the Broad College has a number of bona fides in addition to what happens in supply chain management that we welcome the opportunity to discuss in a national forum. We have a number of certificate programs that are embedded within these degree experiences. So if you will, a collection of 9 to 12 credits in a defined area of artificial intelligence, data analytics. Our full-time program, as an example, has one in consulting. But these small packetized programs within the program are what are going to give that student that special flavor that they can then add to this overall degree experience. And we're actually building a number of these now. We'll be really excited to share those with the population as soon as they're viable. And we should have them for the end of the semester, actually. And that is where I think we will be able to offer targeted, dedicated value in addition to the degree experience, because those small certificates, separate credential, but within the degree, will help students really branch out into areas that they're most interested in. I think the degree experience is the foundation of the home, but the certificates, eventually become the windows, the second floor, the paint, et cetera. and they also evolve as our tastes change. And frankly, as the market changes. I mean, when we were, when programs were offering certificates, even as recently as 3 years ago, I don't think they had the diversity of depth they do now. And I mean, certainly that won't be the case even a year from now. Most consulting opportunities really are about creating value in a specific environment. And think about all the different skills that a consultant needs to do that. So not only do they need to be technically proficient, but they need to be able to tell a story with numbers and with visuals. And obviously it's more nuanced than that, right? But when we think about students that are excited about those career possibilities, you're right. I mean, it seems like the consulting market doesn't go like this or like this. It sort of goes like this, right? It goes very wavy, and then some years it's really popular, and then some years it's less popular. What I would say to anyone interested in management consulting is this: you, in effect, are being entrepreneurial and asking yourself if you want to be part of that environment. So think about all the skills and abilities that a person needs to create a startup. You need to be able to have access to capital. You need to be able to budget. You need to be able to create a product, service, or opportunity. You need to be able to market that to someone. You need to be able to show ROI and tell a story based on that. That's just a quick summary. Management consultant is doing the majority of those things. But think about how portable that is, to the point you made about other professional opportunities as you're building to when those consulting opportunities come available. So I would say this to any prospective student: don't give up on that dream. Continue to prepare and skill up when it's available. And remember, those skills, and this is the secret sauce in any MBA degree, are portable. Because we can get to a point with skills and context where we can be too focused on one thing. And the MBA continues to be the most diverse opportunity with the highest degree of inclusion and equity to the most aspects of business. We are still that, even today in 2026. Speaking to the students that have really embraced digital education and technology, I think being able to provide access and equity to a new generation of students is incredibly important to us. But I also think it provides us a window to bring those students in to our apprenticeship and mentorship community, where they can learn from students all over the world that may have more experience than them or may have different experience than them. So in terms of connecting to a new generation, I think that's probably the biggest piece, because when I ask our colleague about what applications are looking like today, the life experience of these students is truly amazing. And it's not necessarily relegated to just one specific avenue. We're seeing more applications from more diverse walks of life than we ever have in any in-residence degree program. And so I think that's what we're adding value to in the market, is we're providing, whether it's a window or a door, we're providing opportunity for students to connect, but most importantly, in ways that matter for them. Because if the best program can't connect to the students in a way that they can absorb it, is it the best program? I think there are questions there. And we're grounded in that question every day.